so keep that in mind.
Yeah, hey, forget I asked.
That'll definitely
It'll
do.
Join the Discord.
It was the least fun I've ever had playing this game.
A small but vibrant and extremely humble community.
No, I've seen the sleeves, but I'm like, you said you're suiting up, and then you put your sleeve on. Thank you for saying that.
Because I'm a demon on the keys.
Next thing I know, we're both dead. I immediately left the lobby.
In Vietnam.
What are they playing for? Are they playing to win?
Stay humble.
Stay humble.
We are live. Taking a look at this
Awful.
wolf next to a woman, an adult woman. Pretty big
Photoshop.
dog.
That's Photoshop.
You think? I don't.
That thing's huge.
Pretty big. It's
The
giant.
angle is Photoshop.
It's almost like it's a giant fucking dog that eats elk every day in the wild. Yeah. Almost. It's almost like that. Welcome to the show, the Dropshot, a Call of Duty podcast, dispelling myths about what types of animals grown men can beat in a fight with their bare hands. One such animal is not a wolf, and one such animal is neither a chimpanzee. In case you didn't know that, guys, for all the adult men out there, if you're ever in a death match in a cage with a wolf, give up, you will lose. Especially a chimp, too, by the way, in case you didn't know that. Welcome to the show, episode number 157. And this is going to be un-ep, dude. This is a special edition sort of ep. We have an exclusive leak coming later in the show, which we will, of course, get into. But first, a couple acknowledgments and a couple announcements. Firstly, welcome to our new gold patrons. Patreon.com/the Dropshot. Grant B. Very official looking. You look like you work at a firm or something, Grant, based on this picture. Or the C-suite somewhere. Grant, welcome, brother. Much appreciated. Shane J. as well. Your last name isn't real. Boys, much appreciated. Welcome to the gold fucking tier. Gold patrons, very kind. We got some new platinum patrons who are even better people than Grant and Shane, who should be ashamed of themselves. Just kidding.
Grant's a professional. Holy shit,
Grant's pro'd up, dude.
That's another. Do we have another lawyer here? What is that? Oh my god.
It looks that way. That's the vibe I'm getting. Yeah.
Yeah, Grant's
getting very
lawyer.
lawyerly vibes here. So we'll see. Or maybe we won't. To our new platinum patrons, Austin. Cool. Welcome, buddy. The Viking Menace.
Ooh.
Okay.
Change it.
Similar to the vaping Viking.
I don't like it. Yeah. Is this Viking's alt?
Yeah, it's possible. Maybe his offspring. Maybe he's been busy. Getting busy. I'm
sure, yeah.
Viking Menace. Change it. Welcome. And Justin H. 3 names. What are we doing? What are you, an author, Justin? Is that what you're doing? Why are you putting 3 names? What are we doing here? Justin, thank you. And also Nico, upgrading from gold to fucking platinum. Nico, let's absolutely go. Boys, much appreciated. Very kind of you. New Damascus patrons. Decent or decent, but there's a space in the middle. Change it. Don't know what this is. Don't let it happen again. Make it a word. Make it one word. Do
Decent.
That.
Huh.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I don't know if it's trying to be a clever little play on words or whatever. Cringe. Hey, look. Thank you for signing up, dude. Damascus tier. A better person than everyone else we've listed so far, by the way. Just intrinsically. So much appreciated. Decent. Change it. Also, Jeff C. upgrading to the fucking Damascus tier as well. Very kind of you, boys and girls. And last, speaking of girls, women, young beautiful women, welcome to our new annual Damascus patron on some absolute queen shit. It's the Olive, dude. Let's fucking go. Locking it in, the little discount for a whole fucking year at Damascus, dude. Straight to the top. It's the Olive Queen. Thank you very, very much. A tournament competitor, by the way.
Yeah, Boomer Squad.
Which we are excited to see. It is the two Boomers plus It's the Olive, of course.
Yeah,
that is
true.
that is the squad, and we are very anxious to see how that goes. It's _the_Olive. She streams on Twitch. Check it out. Olive, thank you very much, young lady. Much appreciated. To all of you, thank you very much. Patreon.com/thedropshot. Best way to support the show. We do 5 bonus episodes a month. We do gameplay breakdowns. We do tournaments and other things. You get a lot of bonus content. That's where we offer all of it. And it's the best place if you just want to throw away money on us. Do it there first. It's the best for everyone involved, and we appreciate it. Patreon.com/thedropshot. One word, bitch. Now, speaking of the Patreon, we have a tournament coming up for our patrons. Yeah, it's crazy. The Dropshot Invitational number 3. It is open to any and all patrons at any and all tiers. And we have some rules, and those are listed in the Discord. Join the fucking Discord, of course. There's a section for the tournament. It's got the sign-up sheet, and all that shit is there. Now, we've been telling you guys for a month to sign up soon, or it's gonna fill up. Guess what? I don't know if it's filled up yet, but it might have. It's really close.
It's
really close. We have between 3 and 0 spots left. Goated Oat is trying to determine that as we speak. Not really. He's getting a pay cut, frankly.
He's playing Fortnite right now.
He's playing Fortnite. Cringe. Stop building. Start spread cheating or something. No, but really though, we are almost at capacity, if not already at capacity. So if you wanted to play in the tournament, make sure you sign up now, right now. Join the Discord, go to this section that says like tournament rules and details, and then you can sign up that way. And a reminder, if you do go to sign up and the form is still available and you submit it and everything, that does not necessarily mean you'll be in the tournament. Because it will be the case that the sign up will be up longer than the spots exist.
Yeah, because we can't cap it based on a number of signups, because there's been a couple teams that signed up twice. There's been some people that had to back out for reasons. So it's like we can't cap it because that won't work either.
Yes.
So
exactly.
Yeah, there was, last we checked yesterday, there were about 3 or 4 teams left. Open slots, so figure it out. It may be full. Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, figure it out.
Sign up and we'll let you know if you made the cut.
Yes, we will. And those will be solidified, I believe, by the end of this week. But we'll keep you posted on that. And we are very excited for it. $500 prize pool. We've got sponsors. We've got everything. The ball is rolling, dude. The ball is fucking rolling, dude.
Yep.
I feel like I'm just... I don't know. I was gonna make a bowling joke, but there really isn't a good one. But no. Anyways, nonetheless, it's coming up on the 21st. We are very excited. If you want to participate, sign up now. And if you don't want to participate, that's fine. We're also live streaming it, and we're gonna have the whole thing on YouTube. It's going to be very well produced, much more so than the last tournament we did, and we are extremely excited for it. It was quite the viewing experience last time, and I suspect it will be this time as well. Even more so than, again, it was last time. We're a lot more prepared now, and we've got a lot of shit going on that we're very excited to show you guys. So even if you're not competing, stop by. Give it a watch. The last one was very exciting, despite the dog shit production value. This one's going to be even better. So we are looking very much forward to that. And we'll keep reminding you guys, but be there. Patreon episode, we're recording 1 or 2 tomorrow. We're definitely going to have one for every tier tomorrow. And I'm not going to leak what it's about, but let me say this. Especially if you're competing in the tournament, the Dropshot Invitational number 3, you're going to want to listen to this one. I'm just going to leave it at that. You can figure out what that may or may not mean, but we're going to be recording a Patreon ep, and if you're competing especially, you're going to want to listen. Even if you're not competing, you're going to want to listen. But especially if you're competing, you're going to want to listen. So that'll be recorded tomorrow. It'll probably come out on Friday. And then we might do the Q&A tomorrow as well for the Patreon. We're not sure, but we'll definitely have that former episode out. We're very excited for that. And last, but certainly not least, for me anyway, our gameplay breakdowns are back in action. Now, frankly, we've only had one gameplay breakdown to do in the queue for quite a while, which is kind of why we were like putting it off, because we were like, oh, we only have one more, we can get caught up easily. But then we were like, dude, we need to do this. This isn't fair to poor Brian. And we were like, okay, well, we have to do it on Wednesday today. And then we were like, well, fuck, it's update fucking day. It's going to be a 4-hour podcast. And then we're not going to want to do a gameplay breakdown afterward. We're going to be way too tired. It's going to be too late. It's going to be dumb. And that just kept happening. So what we've decided to try is for our gameplay breakdowns now, and this is a benefit for Damascus patrons, we'll do gameplay breakdowns. What we're going to do now is we're going to experiment with recording them. And I think this is going to be better for everyone, because when we can record shit, we can do it when we're fresh. Like in the afternoon, just had our cup of coffee, we're not tired, whatever. Record it while we're just bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. And also, so it's going to be better for us, and because we're so alert and ready to do it, it's going to be better content. The caliber of the breakdown will be better. And because when we do it live, we completely ignore Twitch chat anyway, it doesn't really matter if we do it live or not. Because we literally tell you guys beforehand, okay, we're doing a breakdown now. We're not fucking talking to any of you for the next hour. So it doesn't really matter if we do it live or not. So we'd rather just record it at this point. And that's what we've done. So Brian, Bad Luck Brian, we've done his gameplay breakdown. It is on YouTube, but it's unlisted. We are putting the finishing touches on it. That will be available soon, very soon. And Brian, to you specifically, sorry for the wait, buddy. And we will let you know once that's live. But it was a good breakdown. I really enjoyed doing it, especially because we did it, you know, fresh, I guess. So other than that, Tanner,
yeah,
any announcements from you?
No, except for the Dropshot LLC is taking over Las Vegas, Nevada in 2 weeks from today.
True.
So we're just taking it over. I don't know what you guys want. It's our friend's bachelor party. I was invited first. Raz was a second thought because my friend doesn't care about him. But he said, oh, I guess we're going to be in Vegas. May as well invite him and this other dipshit, Michael. Cringe.
Best man.
So, yeah, so the Dropshot LLC will be in Vegas the last weekend of the month. Will we do a vlog? Maybe. Do we have a $69 goal on Twitch to do the vlog? Yeah, we sure do. Maybe.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll be in Vegas. We'll be having some fun. If you guys want to see some few little vlogs, let us know. Maybe we'll make some dog shit little vlogs, dude, and then upload it as a YouTube video. That could be kind of interesting. People love vlogs for some reason.
A little YouTube comp.
Yeah, a little YouTube comp.
We could do that.
Half of it will be, you know, we can't post it because what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
That is, of course, true. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, there are no vlogs. No vlogs are coming. Never mind.
Yeah, the casino will get mad or something.
Yeah.
Do they care? Are you allowed to film in a casino?
Club. I don't know. Good question. Filming? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you can't sit at a table playing fucking, you know, a game and be recording the employee, I would imagine. If you're probably just sitting at the slots, they probably don't care, but
yeah. I don't know. I feel like
try
they
it.
wouldn't, but
let's have you try it.
Well, I'll be Won't be the first establishment I've been forcefully removed from. It would be, by the way.
Yeah.
Anyways. All right. If you're listening for the jingle, here it is.
I'm driving Jaren. Yeah, he's driving his own shit car. We'll have separate vlogs on the way there. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my friend just shooting coke rocks up my nose as I'm flying down the freeway, dude.
Yeah.
Through a straw,
Okay.
like a like a spitball? Is that what they call them, right? Spitballs. Yeah, they're called spitballs. Cool. Okay. Cool. So welcome to the show, the Dropshot Call of Duty podcast. A lot to talk about today. Now, the first thing I guess we should mention out of the gate is Season 5 has been delayed by 24 hours. And the reason for that is because they needed an extra 24 hours to develop an anti-cheat and post it.
That's what it is.
Dude, let's go. Now, that's of course cap. That is the dumbest proposition I have ever had the displeasure of hearing in my life. If they had an anti-cheat, do you think they would need just an extra day to figure it out? Hey, what? If that was the case, we would have had an anti-cheat in week 2 of Warzone. It did get postponed a day, Season 5. It's not because they're implementing an anti-cheat and it's going to take them an extra day. That's a fucking insane thing to think. So we will, of course, be getting into that. But Season 5 was postponed by a day. Now, the reason stated by Activision and its subsidiaries, I guess, is that... And see, here Activision is lying to us again, because the reason they said is that they were playtesting something and it was not working as intended, so they had to push it back a day. That's false also. So Twitter's wrong. It's not because they're going to make an anti-cheat in 24 fucking hours. Get a brain. It's also not because any of the development team playtested anything. They've never playtested this game. That's not what happened either. So I don't know why it was delayed, but it was delayed 24 hours. But to think that there's now an anti-cheat in development, or that anyone in Activision is playtesting a goddamn thing related to Warzone, fantasy. It's all fantasy. So neither of those things are happening. And it will be a buggy disaster. There was no playtesting that happened. But it did get pushed back 24 hours. So it's going to be coming out now on the 12th, 9 p.m. instead of the 11th at 9 p.m. Pacific time, of course, the correct time zone.
Yep.
So that is kind of the first thing on the list. And we had considered pushing the podcast back till tomorrow when we had maybe some Warzone patch notes as well, but we decided we can just do it today because there is quite a bit to talk about, more on the news side than on the patch notes side. But we still do have the Cold War patch notes now. We can get into those, and we have plenty to say on Warzone as well. But first, we'll start with playlist updates. Once Season 5 drops, Double Agent is going to be a playlist. This is all for Cold War. And this kind of makes me mad. Echelon 24/7, but not Slums 24/7. Great. Fantastic.
That's actually crazy.
I'm hoping they just didn't mention it in the notes and that it will be in the game. That is possible. I don't know, though, and I will fume if I can't play Slums 24/7. But we'll see. Anyway, it's not listed here. Showroom Gunfight is new. Those are the 3 new playlists, and then some old ones. Nuke Jacks 24/7 and some other, kind of normal playlist that we've seen in Cold War for quite a while now. And then that's the update schedule. So now we're going to go over some of the patch notes that we've gotten. These are Cold War Season 5 patch notes. Now, as I said, or as I have said, we're not going to go through every single patch note. We're going to go through what we find to be relevant and worth discussing. So there is a lot more that is being changed, but these, I think, are the most important things that are being changed that we wanted to talk about. So first, I think this is really cool. Even if you don't play Cold War, I think this is cool. They've added a challenge tracker. Pause menu now displays and tracks operator mission challenges. Oh, wait. In multiplayer and zombies. I actually don't know if this will display progress toward your next gun, actually. So maybe this doesn't matter as much as I thought it did.
No, operator mission challenges. Yep.
Yeah, so okay. So that's cool. They're adding that. But yeah, if you don't play...
Are
Cold
there
War,
operator challenges in Cold War? I swear to God, I've never looked and I've never done one. I haven't done an operator-specific challenge since MW 2019. Holy shit.
And even those
That's
I
crazy.
stopped doing in the middle.
I stopped doing them towards the end. It was kind of fun to do at the beginning, though. It gave you something to do, but the operators all look stupid in Cold War, in my opinion, anyway, so I don't care about any of their outfits, but...
Yeah.
Wow, I forgot that was a thing, dude.
Yeah. But nonetheless, there's a tracker now at the options menu, which is nice.
Yeah, that is.
On the multiplayer front, it's actually super interesting. ARs, assault rifles. All of them. Reduced bullet velocity penalty on the agency suppressor from -30 to -15%. So it's just basically 15% more velocity with that suppressor for all ARs. And for the regular suppressor attachment, the penalty went from -15% to -8%. So you're going to keep a lot more of your velocity even when you're putting on either suppressor in multiplayer, which I think is quite good because I love running suppressors in multiplayer. But it's tough to justify with like an AR in Cold War because you lose a lot of velocity where there isn't much to begin with or enough. This is another reason actually that LMGs are so fucking busted in Cold War, because I can put an agency suppressor on my stoner, which has a base bullet velocity of 12,000 meters per second, and it simply doesn't matter if I lose some velocity because it's going to be functionally hit scan with every negative penalty attachment added onto it anyways. That's not the case for assault rifles. You actually have to care about that. But now you suffer less of a penalty putting those suppressors on. Makes ARs a lot more attractive in my view. So that's pretty good. I think this is a good change overall. Because you're still going to have another penalty, which I believe is ADS time, with these suppressors. So it's not like they're just all good. There's still some pros and cons, but the velocity on ARs is just lacking. So this is a good change.
Yeah, that's pretty good actually, because in Cold War I don't usually use a suppressor, and it's because the negatives are so bad, but this makes them a lot better. I think we'll see a lot more people running them from here on out. Yeah,
for sure. Also, flamethrower is now a kill streak in multiplayer, and we'll see how that plays. And it's also a zombies kill streak. It's called equipment, like the chopper gunner. It's not a kill streak. You just go buy it with salvage. Flamethrower is going to be in there as well. On zombies, awesome. Flamethrower actually seems super good in zombies.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Because when you think about it, most of the zombies you're killing in zombies are like flamethrower range. It's not like multiplayer. It's like every zombie you kill is going to be inside like 10 meters most of the time. So flamethrower, super good streak. Super good streak. That sounds super fun and effective, potentially. Multiplayer, on the other hand, we'll see. In World War II, the Sledgehammer title from 2017, the flamethrower fucks, dude. It is insanely good. You tap people and they die. They don't die right away, but as long as you light them on fire, they will die. So you could either tap them and use like 1 out of 100 of your gasoline, and your flamethrower never runs out, by the way. This isn't BO4 incinerator. It never runs out, and you can put it away and take it back out. So you could just tap them, and then they run away and they die to dot damage like a second later. Or you could just hold it on them, and then they just die immediately. Really fucking good. So it could be that good.
Flamethrower coming to Warzone?
Well, possibly. It's coming to Cold War multiplayer for now.
World War II, they had flamethrowers for sure, too.
True. Yeah, they definitely did. They had them in Vietnam as well.
Yep.
So we'll see how good it is in multiplayer in Cold War. I don't know. it'll be interesting. It's going to depend on how much range it has and if it can actually light you on fire, or if it's more like it's only doing damage when the trigger is being held down kind of thing. Because if you can just light someone on fire and then they'll eventually die, but you can accelerate that by continuing to hold it down, or just run away and they'll die anyway, that's really strong, really strong. But if you have to constantly be holding it to finish the kill, even if it kills fast, that's much more balanced and better, because then you can kill them before they kill you. Whereas with like the World War II flamethrower, it didn't happen. If you got touched with fire, you died. You can kill the guy, cool. You're dead though. And he'll have it next life. I don't think that'll continue. It doesn't work like that with other streaks, but what are your thoughts on a flamethrower in multi and zombies?
Yeah, zombies sounds great. Multiplayer, I just frankly don't want it there at all. But yeah, it's too easy to make something like a flamethrower extremely overpowered. Because you almost have to. You think though at like Battlefield, do you think those flamethrowers are overpowered? They're almost not, dude. Like in Battlefield, you have to hit somebody with it for a good couple seconds. It doesn't really feel that much faster than just shooting someone.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, they could easily make it not busted and overpowered, but I feel like this will end up being a pretty overpowered streak. So it's going to be rather annoying, I'm sure. Everyone's running around with the flamethrower in multiplayer tomorrow for sure.
It's going to depend, I think, on the map and the playlist you're playing. So if you're playing like Nuketown Hardpoint, the flamethrower will fuck so hard. Once the point is inside a building, that is your house. You have the deed, the mortgage is paid off. That is your fucking house. But like, combined arms assault on Armada, it can be good depending on where the point is, I guess, but it's not going to be as insane. So it'll depend. But that's most streaks too. Like, what's that hangar map called? Garrison? No. Checkmate. On that map,
yeah,
for example, chopper or VTOL, any aerial streak sucks because you're in a building. It doesn't hurt you at all. It just doesn't do anything. So
yeah,
it's kind of the case with all streaks, I guess, but especially the flamethrower. And then for zombies, I think it's really cool. How much do you think it should cost compared to like a chopper gunner or like a war machine?
I don't know. It entirely depends on how good it is. I don't even have a guess until I see how it performs.
Yeah,
honestly,
it's a good point.
Because another thing with the flamethrower is they can either make it so it's got crazy range or it doesn't do anything past 5 meters. And that's probably what they'll end up doing. It'll probably do a bunch of damage, but it won't do like anything past like 5 or 7 meters really. Whereas in like Battlefield, it's got a pretty good distance to it.
Yeah.
So
true.
I think that's the best way of balancing it, is just making it so it only works really well, like very close proximity.
Yeah. Agreed. Yeah, the advantage of it should be that it's easy to kill someone if they're in your range. Like a shotgun, but even easier. And then the disadvantage should be the range, obviously. Yeah, I agree. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting for sure. Flamethrowers are fun to use. Gotta mention that.
They are, yeah.
They're fun. They're fun as fuck to use, dude. I would use Firebreak on Nuketown Hardpoint and BO4 and fuck. Just fuck.
That's all you do, pussy.
Yeah, well. And radiate for 5 pieces, yeah. That game's so dumb. There's a video on YouTube. I went 99-2 doing exactly that. Firebreak, Flak Jacket, Nuketown Hardpoint. 99-2. So easy because of that dumb fucking radiate ability. When the point was in a house, I would go upstairs to that house where no one is, but they're right under me. Just press a button and I get 5 kills. I'm not kidding. There's a video of it right now on YouTube. It's very funny. Go watch it. Takes no fucking skill whatsoever.
Did you get a nuke that game, or was a lot of that like street
Definitely
kills?
got a nuke.
Did you?
Absolutely got a nuke. I had like a 40 gun kill streak.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Jeez.
Because my second death was in the first minute. So then after that, I didn't die ever again.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was dumb.
To go back and watch that.
And that's the beauty of specialists, right? So fucking fun and intuitive, and there's definitely outplay potential to being radiated from a different floor. Cringe mechanic, cringe abilities, but fun when you're abusing them. Anyways, Tech 9. Also, we've talked about a little bit. This is coming to Cold War and Warzone with Season 5, along with the EMR, I believe it is called. Change it.
EM2, isn't it?
What? What is it called? You tell me.
It's EM2.
EM2, the EM go fuck yourself. I don't know what it's called, but it's a gun.
Cool, man.
Anyways, the Tech 9, Tanner called it. Kind of surprised. I'm kind of surprised on this one. But this is from a Charlie Intel tweet. I looked for the source on this. I literally couldn't find it. Couldn't find it on Treyarch or Raven's website. Get better websites, make this more accessible. Nonetheless, there's some words written about the Tech 9. And here's an excerpt. But it doesn't have to be semi-auto, which it is by default. Operators can outfit it with one of two unique attachments that changes its fire type to either 3-round burst or fully automatic. So interestingly, the Tech 9 is going to be capable. It's going to be semi-auto default. It's like Tanner said, shockingly, astoundingly, or burst fire with an attachment, which no one should or will use, or full auto. How do you feel about being correct on this one, Tanner?
Oh, it's nothing new for me, man. I mean, I'm just always correct. Yeah.
Are you?
I'm confused off the rip because since by default semi-auto, it's like, how are they going to balance the difference between semi-auto, burst, and fully automatic? This is going to be extremely easy for them to fuck up all the values on, make it so the semi-auto does 40% more damage than fully automatic, something like that. So this, I can't wait till JGod and people test this to see how it actually performs, because it's going to be interesting for sure.
It's very...
Also,
go ahead.
This next sentence, these attachments also come with a built-in position concealment. What the fuck does that mean?
Maybe it's like the Val, where every barrel is like a suppressor also?
Or that's what I was thinking. Or like somehow the barrel is the thing that changes it to fully automatic, which wouldn't make sense, but maybe that's how they're doing it. I'm very confused by that.
That's how it is for the Psychov.
Is it the barrel?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, maybe then.
But that's an MW gun, so I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting they didn't specify.
Yeah, it is for the Renetti also, isn't it? It's a barrel.
Yeah, Renetti's barrel is what makes it burst.
Okay, that's probably what it'll be then.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It'll probably be a barrel that also suppresses it too, which is cringe.
Yeah. Well, I like that. The MP5 has that, and that's like the meta loadout. It just gives you a free attachment. But if it's too OP, then yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, well, the MP5 doesn't change it from semi to fully automatic and suppress it, though, with one attachment. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it could... Maybe the trigger, then... I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, good questions there. It's very weird that 3-round burst is in the mix at all. If I could be semi or full auto, why the fuck would I ever choose to burst? I don't understand. Like, what the point of that would ever be.
An odd thing, really. They need to... I mean, burst rifles need to not exist in real life or in video games.
They're just so hard to balance.
Yeah, this isn't fucking 1990 anymore. Let's get them out of here, right?
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, I can't see a reason people are going to take burst over fully auto.
I feel like...
It's like...
Yeah. Yep.
It's like you're going to leave it default and somehow kit it out so it's really good in semi-auto and maybe good at like long range, or you're going to make it fully auto.
Yes.
I just don't see how burst is going to come into the mix there.
Exactly. The only way switching to burst from full auto makes any sense at all is if the fire rate is faster in a burst configuration than full auto.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which will not be the case. I don't think I've ever seen a gun in a video game be like that. Because here's the thing, guys. Full auto's always better than semi or burst. Here's why. If your gun is in full auto, you can still fire at semi-auto, and you can still fire at burst. You don't even have to change the burst mode. You just press the button once or hold it for a little tiny bit and then let go. And then, hey, congrats. Your full auto gun is semi-auto firing. People do it all the time. And if you watch good players play, actually, they'll do this often. If they have like an M4 full auto and they're shooting someone like far away, they might hold down the trigger and they're like, okay, I'm kind of losing him. I'm just going to go semi real quick. And they're not pressing B on their keyboard. They're just tapping it. It's fine. You don't need to not go full auto for that. There's no reason to hamstring yourself for this in this way, ever. Leave it full auto, then you could burst it if you fucking want. So again, the only reason to go burst is if it offers some benefit that full auto can't give you, and I just don't see what that could be. So pretty weird that they're doing that, but we'll see, I guess, how that works out. But nonetheless, it's interesting to know that it is default semi-auto. So also, on the 5th of August, actually, there was a Warzone update, and the Krig and CX9 were changed. Krig, lower Morso multiplier.
Nice, man.
Lower torso multiplier was decreased from 1.1 to 1.0, and max damage range 1500 to 1400. What? Feet? There's no way that's meters. This is a Raven tweet. Max damage range decreased from 1500 to 1400. If they mean meters, which is how they've always measured every distance, that doesn't matter at all. No one's hitting shots at 1450 meters ever, so I don't understand that. So, okay, I guess. Maybe they mean inches. But anyways. More interestingly, lower torso multiplier 1.1 to 1.0. CX9 as well increased mid damage range from 20 to 21, and headshot multiplier 0.4 to 1.45. What are your thoughts on these changes, Tanner?
Yeah, I'm confused about that Krig one. But yeah, the Krig did need a little nerf still.
It's yeah, agreed.
CX9, I don't know. I haven't used in Warzone yet. I've used the CX9 in multiplayer, and that's all people are using, and it is insane in multiplayer. It looks more just average in Warzone right now, though. So interesting to see they buffed it a little bit, actually. So I mean, that goes to show you it wasn't that broken, really. So I like that change, and yeah, I think both of these are good because Krig is just still too good, as most of the guns are right now. Really, they actually went from being like 4 usable guns to just every gun is essentially overpowered and too easy to use. Really,
yeah.
So I like this change to the Krig.
Agreed. Yeah. The Krig change I think is good as well. It's trivially easy to use. I mean, I kind of like this, but also what I really want is more recoil on it and almost every other Cold War gun. Those barrel changes we were excited about, cringe. Shame on us.
Yeah, we're dumb.
Yeah,
we're cringe.
We should flagellate ourselves. I mean, the state of the game just catastrophically plummeted from there. Because when no gun has recoil, it's like, dude, everyone hits every shot. And then you have to balance things in this way. It's like you need to have some recoil on like most guns. And if a gun has no recoil, it should have a way slower time to kill to compensate for that. So anyway, the Krig, I guess, needed this. But more than that, it needs more recoil along with most other Cold War ARs. But still a decent change. And then the CX9... 20 to 21 mid damage range I think is pretty good because it was really good and is really good from 1 to 8.5 meters. But its mid damage fell off dramatically. So now that that's been increased a little bit, it makes it a little more versatile, but certainly not like overpowered or anything like that. So I think that's pretty good. And then on the headshot multiplier front, 5% increase. Not sure how much that matters really. In certain circumstances, you probably just require one less shot to kill if you sprinkle in a headshot, but That's probably fine. I'm not really sure, but more impactfully, I think, is that mid damage range. So, yeah.
Cool.
And last for this section, certainly not least, it is time for the Dropshot exclusive leak, dude. Okay, so every once in a great while, Tanner and I will tap our source, our insider source.
Any tappers?
We'll tap them. What is
say,
it called? Is it like a, not like a site, our handler? We're the handler of like an operative, whatever. We will tap our insider source every once in a great while. The last time we did this, by the way, we told you all about the dumb fucking bear operator skin before it was out and before anyone announced it. And the SMS verification thing, neither of which matter at all, as we've come to learn. But the reason I say that is to prove we do have an insider source. We were the first people to talk about this publicly. We couldn't have known that without this source. Now, we've tapped this source, or maybe a different source. Once again, and we have more insider information. This is a Dropshot exclusive. Okay. And this is perhaps more impactful than the last leak insider info we had. Now, without saying too much, I'm going to sum up what we've learned from this individual or group of individuals. Activision is very worried about no one fucking playing Warzone anymore and everyone leaving. Now, that's obviously not true, but they are worried, actually, that people are this fed up with cheaters that Nick Merckx isn't streaming Warzone anymore. He's on Apex and like fucking everyone else along with him. They're genuinely really worried now. And they are going to start banning suspected cheaters much more swiftly and capriciously. So there's no like new software or anything. They still have access to the same data or whatever. But prior to this, their whole mode of operation has been, okay, we think this guy might be cheating, but we haven't gotten enough reports yet, or we don't have enough proof yet, or something to that effect. Innocent until proven guilty. Like, we're pretty sure this guy's probably cheating, but we're not positive, so we're not going to ban him yet. They are now going to switch, or very soon going to switch, from innocent until proven guilty to guilty probably forever. I was going to say guilty until proven innocent, but probably not. Probably just guilty. So now they're like, okay, if you look like you might be cheating, we're not going to ask questions. We're going to ban now, and you can file an appeal later. Don't care. We are going to be, instead of abundantly cautious, abundantly judicious, and just ban every suspected cheater we have. So it's not like there's some new anti-cheat software in this game, nor will there be. But they're going to take the same data they have now, and instead of trying to be careful to not ban the wrong people, they don't care anymore. If they think you might be cheating, see ya, you're gone. And there will be collateral damage as a result, but guess what else? There will be fewer cheaters. If our information here is correct, which we were correct the last time we got information from this individual or group of individuals, or maybe this is a different individual or group of individuals. I don't know. I do know, but you don't. So very interesting. And there would again be less cheaters if this were the case. Now, Tanner, maybe you have some more specifics or things to add to this message.
You pretty much covered most of it, but more than anything, it is interesting to hear that Activision knows what's going on. Like they're paying attention. So you have to realize that because Twitch viewership is down, that means quite a bit, but also there's still a lot of people playing this game. Don't make it seem that just because Nick Merckx and Swag are streaming Apex instead, that all of their 60,000 concurrent viewers also stop playing Warzone. There's still plenty of people playing Warzone, but this has obviously caught the attention of Activision, and from what we heard, this is the first time that they've actually been worried about the situation. So hey, it turns out it was great that these streamers stopped streaming the game for now and kept voicing their complaints, because it seems like they're finally getting it now. Because like it is so cliche to say like, oh, you know, they're not going to do anything as long as people are playing the game and streaming it. Actually true. As dumb as it sounds, as much as I hate that statement, it is true. Everyone is bitching about it for months. We all kept playing it. All the streamers kept playing it. Why would they care to do anything? They're like, oh, our numbers are continuing to go up. It's not that big of a deal. But this all happened so fast, the streamers left. They see it and they're scared, frankly. Especially now with it, starting to get closer to the end of the year when other major titles are going to come out, Battlefield, Halo. They know they need to do something ASAP. So that's what we were told, is that it has their attention now. They know that it's a problem. And yeah, they're not going to... Basically what we take it as is like, it was kind of like an audit process where it was like, okay, if they have this, this, and this, and we see their headshot percentage is this, maybe they're cheating. Let's wait a couple more days, see how they perform over these days before they get banned. Now it's going to be something more like, oh, these stats are outrageous. This guy's getting perma-banned right now.
Yeah.
So, let me see. Was there anything else? Let me read over this real quick. I don't think so. Oh, I guess the other major thing we should announce. This change is supposedly coming with the Vanguard reveal. The Vanguard reveal, not much to say about it other than it is rumored to be happening next, is that Thursday or Friday? Next Thursday. August 18th is the rumored Vanguard in-game reveal or some sort of reveal on that date. But whenever that reveal ends up coming or not, if it's the 19th, that's supposedly when these anti-cheat changes are coming to the game. That's nothing to do with software. May not work very well, but it's going to be something. Cheaters will be getting banned quicker, which, they can still get right back on. It's a free-to-play game, but it'll be quicker, maybe a little more frustrating for them. It'll cut back on some. Will it do a whole lot long-term? Probably not a whole lot, but it's good to see them actually scared and like, oh shit, yeah, let's make some changes to this ASAP. And if they made these changes quickly too, by the way, cringe. Why did this not happen months ago, right?
Sure, yeah.
So I don't know how long they've been thinking about this or doing this, but this is supposed to be coming. Some changes to their quote anti-cheat system. They call it that. It's not really an anti-cheat. These changes are supposed to be coming with a Vanguard reveal, because last thing they want is everyone in the Vanguard reveal getting killed to an aimbotter, right? So,
yep.
Yeah, I think that's about it. You covered pretty much everything else.
Yeah. Very interesting stuff. And it is good to see them finally sweating. I take your point that there are still plenty of people playing Warzone. Sure. And that like Twitch isn't everything. Totally true. However, for them to actually be worried about it to the point where this is happening behind the scenes, they're losing money. They must be. Because if they weren't losing money, they wouldn't care about how many people were watching them on Twitch or not. They don't give a fuck about Twitch numbers insofar as... just Twitch numbers. They don't care about that. Yeah. They only care about it because it is also a pretty good representation of how much money they're making. They don't even... Yeah, I'm not wording this well, but the Twitch numbers are an indication that they are making less money, and that is what they care about. So this is why they're worried, because people are done. When people stop playing it, they stop buying bundles, and then they get worried, and then they talk about what they're actually going to do about cheaters finally.
Yeah.
And that's what we here at this dumb podcast have been saying. But unlike many of our giant brain takes, this particular take is not unique or original to this podcast. Many people have been saying the same thing. They are not going to care about cheaters at all until it starts cutting into their bottom line. And now it finally is. And the only reason we know that is because they're worried about it. They would not give a fuck about cheaters if they were making just as much money as they were 2 months ago. They wouldn't care. But because they care, now we know they're making less money. Great. Awesome. So we were all right. I mean, and that's not surprising at all, of course. But great to see Activision sweating and kicking their ass into gear on this, potentially.
Yeah.
And we will see how effective it is. I don't know, like you said. But at least they're worried. And if this doesn't work, figure it the fuck out. Welcome to the free market. Figure it out. You make a free-to-play game, you should expect cheaters. I can't believe you didn't. I still can't believe it's even gotten to this point, frankly, but I'm glad now that they've finally begun to take notice. And kudos to all these streamers for getting so fed up that they just stop fucking playing. I can't believe we haven't said this yet. Hey, Nick Merckx, I know you listen every week. Thanks for quitting Warzone until the cheaters are fixed.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Because that actually helped. That actually did something. The boycott that has been happening, the unofficial boycott, has actually led to some concrete change. Even if you don't think that this insider source is true and we're making all this shit up, then we can point to this. Raven tweeted for the first time ever, which we're going to get into a little more later. We can mention it now. They have some new anti-cheat shit coming up or something. And it is the first time ever that Raven has said anything about cheaters beyond merely saying we banned more accounts.
Actually, ever. I don't think anyone from Activision, nothing has ever mentioned anything regarding cheating besides those ban waves that Raven mentioned.
Yes. And they made their one dumb little image once where they said, we don't tolerate cheaters. This was a long time ago, but it was embarrassing. But yeah, besides that, like Raven's never, ever tweeted anything like that. And then all of a sudden they do? Coincidence? Fuck.
Yeah.
No. Fuck no, it's not a coincidence. But we'll get into that more a little bit later. So.
Yeah. You have to think too, is like they're planning Warzone to be their main title for years to come. So how embarrassing would it be that within the first year and a half, their game is dead and overrun with cheaters, and there goes their 5-year plan they had for Warzone, right? How embarrassing and awful that would be for them. So yeah, they know long term they'll lose a ton of money. So again, the people that always say this anti-cheat thing is about money, it is not, it never will be, it never was. It's because whatever they're doing, they are or are not doing, it is difficult to do any sort of anti-cheat on this engine they have. Yeah. So it's nothing to do with the money. Quit fucking saying that. I'm sick of reading that on Twitter. They'll lose way more money long term if this game dies than they will developing an anti-cheat. How much do you think they pay those devs if they're developing an anti-cheat? Those guys make fucking $16 an hour. They are underpaid and work to death. They don't. It's not about the fucking money. Shut up about it. I don't ever want to hear it again.
True.
Makes me furious.
True. Yeah. Let's siphon some of that overfunded teacher pension fucking plan, and let's siphon that money to Warzone devs. Because the pay structure here is a little out of whack. But anyways, yes, true. It is not about money. Yeah.
And then send us some.
Yeah, well, yeah, we can take a little consultation fee.
We work as hard as the Warzone devs.
But, well, possibly. Hey, we at least test the fucking game. So, anyway, but they're
when was
play
last
testing.
Time you played Warzone?
Last week.
Okay.
I'm in solidarity with Nick Merckx.
Yeah.
I'm not playing till... No, I'm kidding.
That's what actually did this, by the way. It wasn't just the cheating problem. It was the cheating problem combined with... apparently, supposedly, women being, women killing themselves because of things that happened at Activision. So all of that just came together at a time, and that's also people are like, oh, let's boycott for this. They played other games. They're like, oh yeah, I don't want to play Warzone anymore. I haven't died. I've been playing this game for 8 hours. I haven't died to a cheater. I don't really feel like going back to Warzone. So like, oh, let's run the same thing back tomorrow. They play and stream another 10 hours. They get 100,000 concurrent viewers. They don't see a cheater. Like, oh shit, let's just keep doing this. That's why they're all gone.
True. Yeah, that's a good point too.
So there's a new round-based zombies map likely coming in season 6 of Cold War, which is good to hear because we just got Mauer der Toten recently. So the fact we're getting another one in season 6 is fantastic. And if I had to guess, that's going to be the last one in Cold War cycle. Because that would be coming out end of August, early September. There's no way they develop another one and put it out 2 weeks before Vanguard is revealed. God, it feels weird again, dude. Talking about the next Call of Duty. It's that time of the year already.
It did come fast, huh?
It feels weird.
It did come fast. I'm surprised there's a season 6 at all. Actually.
Well,
there will
be probably 7 seasons.
I don't know if you sent me a message or if it's an internal, but it's fake news.
Which one?
About a date. I think you said release when you meant reveal. Something. Let me find it. I don't know. We'll get into it. It doesn't matter. It'll come up. Anyways. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
That's it. So yeah, that's cool. There's another zombies map coming. We have a little bit more to say about zombies here later. But today was a day, boys. I know a lot of you guys aren't on Twitter, so a lot of you probably don't know this is going on. So it's a good thing you listen to this podcast because we're going to kind of hash it all up for you here. Twitter exploded today because what happened, what I heard was that today, I guess it's the NDAs lifted. There was some sort of meeting and NDAs were lifted for Vanguard because the Vanguard reveal is supposed to be coming soon. Like I said, probably the 19th. And let's start with that. Some guy on Twitter, Next Gen is here, tweeted out yesterday. Vanguard reveal preview is coming August 19th. That tweet was taken down due to copyright infringements. The only time that happens is when it's real. True. So whether or not that's the actual reveal of Vanguard or something else, something is probably happening on the 19th of next week. And we've been hearing this whole time, early season 5, sometime this month, we're going to get the Vanguard reveal. So today, I guess a lot of things lifted where people were able to get leaks out, and Tom Henderson, friend of the pod, just went absolutely fucking nuts on Twitter and dropped a load of knowledge on us. This is exciting to see all day long, by the way. He was just constantly tweeting. Yeah. I turned on notifications for him, just tweeting out all this shit. It was good to see. So it started in the morning with a little cryptic tweet. He said, the Call of Duty community is going to explode positively. You could take that a bunch of different ways, right? I had no idea what to think. My first thought was something to do with COD 2021, Vanguard. Maybe it was looking really good, right? That's what my first thought was. What would you think when you read that right away?
Yeah, it depends on if the tweet is the COD community is going to explode positively or positively. Because if it's like positively, then it's like definitely they're going to explode. But it could be negative or positive. Yeah. Or like positively means like they're going to explode in a good way. So I don't know. Ambiguous.
Positively.
Figure it out, Tom.
I think it's positively.
Yeah. Then
he's British. Go easy on him.
Yeah. Well, the British do speak that way. Yeah. Positively, the Call of Duty like communities. I can't do accents. Anyways, yeah. I don't know. I mean, it means that things no one is talking about or expecting are going to happen. What those things will be.
Exactly.
What's more interesting about that, actually, is that because there's been so much crazy shit postulated for the next Call of Duty, for the community to explode, it would have to be something we didn't expect, which means it has to be something even more fucking insane than all of the rumors going around.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy about it, actually. But I don't know.
Yeah. So, we didn't really know what that meant. He started tweeting out some Vanguard stuff, which we'll get into in a few minutes here. But later today, this afternoon, Raven tweeted out, as we were saying, something about a ban wave. So today we banned 50,000 accounts on Warzone. More importantly, we are listening and hard at work behind the scenes. We will have more info for you soon. That, of course, has to be referring to some sort of anti-cheat changes, anti-cheat software, right? So after Tom put out that first tweet where, of course, he said positively, he retweets that Raven tweet and says positively, basically hinting at that's what the Warzone community is going to explode about, because this is big and this is major for the community if this is true. So again, this is the first time, as far as I know, they've ever mentioned anything regarding this whatsoever. It's just always been, oh, we banned some people. There's been a ban wave. That's it. It's that simple. Activision has never spoke about it. Nothing else. So this is fantastic to see Raven acknowledge it. And again, would this have happened? Would they have tweeted this out if all of these big streamers hadn't been streaming Apex in the last 2 weeks? I don't think so. If Nick Merckx was still on Warzone, Swag was still on Warzone, would they have tweeted this out? I genuinely don't think so.
I agree, because they didn't actually reveal anything with this tweet. They just said, we're listening, we're working, we'll have more info for you soon. There's no actual information here. So they could have said this at any time prior to now, if this were true.
Yeah.
Why didn't they? Because this is something you and I have talked about. Like, at least acknowledge that there's a fucking problem so that we know you guys are not completely out of touch with what is going on with your game. And now they finally do it. They didn't have to leak anything or tell us their plans to tell us merely that they acknowledge the problem and are working to get it fixed. We've been begging for just that. As little as it is, we've been begging for that. Absolutely wouldn't have gotten this without those streamers leaving. No chance. It's a coincidence. Like, why now would they say they're working on something when they could have said this 3 months ago? It just doesn't make sense. I strongly, agree with you. It couldn't have been a coincidence. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So the next thing up, later after that, Tom Henderson again tweeted out something. He said a new anti-cheat system for the next Call of Duty title has been in development for over a year. The same system will be implemented into Warzone. This, you read it, this sounds fantastic. There's a few things that worry me, though. The fact that he says a new anti-cheat system. System could mean numerous things, like what we were just talking about. True. That could mean changes to the way their, quote, anti-cheat works. Nowhere did I see anyone describe it as a new anti-cheat software. If he said we have a new anti-cheat software coming to COD, it's going to be in Vanguard, I would be, oh my God, I would love it. I'd be, holy shit, they're adding some sort of actual anti-cheat in? Is this possible in this engine? How does this work? Anti-cheat system, I'm going to be honest, it kind of scares me. It makes me not think too highly of this, and like it's not gonna work that well. Because if it's the same anti-cheat software you've been using, it's just some changes to it still, and the game is still free to play, I'm not sure how much better it could really get. You know? I
agree with you. That's actually a really good catch, because you're right. If there was a new anti-cheat, so when we say anti-cheat, when normal folks say the words anti and cheat, or the phrase, or the hyphenated word, whatever, anti-cheat, what they mean to say is anti-cheat software, such as Riot's Vanguard anti-cheat software for Valorant. Okay, that is what, when I say anti-cheat, that's what I mean. I don't mean we collect data and just like manually ban people who have like high headshot percentages. That's not what an anti-cheat is to me. You could classify that as an anti-cheat system. You couldn't say that's anti-cheat software, though.
Yeah.
It's detection software backed by decision-making processes behind the scenes to ban these people based on the detection software. But an anti-cheat software would do the detecting and the banning on its own, which is far more efficient because it takes the decision-making out of the whole order of operations, I guess.
Yep, exactly.
So really good catch, Tanner. Anti-cheat system is worrying. Now, I will also add, though, it can't get worse than the anti-cheat system we have now.
Agreed. Yeah, good point.
So this will probably be better than the current state of Warzone.
Yeah.
But will it be enough for a free-to-play title? Really depends what they mean by system. They could mean software, and they just didn't say that. That would be a mistake. But that is also relatively, frankly, unlikely. Because I think if there was, like, Call of Duty Guardian, the kernel sniffer that you have to run to play the next game, if that is what they were talking about, they would probably say we have software coming for Vanguard. But then again, Tom Henderson is not Activision. He is an independent person summing up information and tweeting about it. So maybe he's just speaking imprecisely, and there is, in fact, an anti-cheat software being developed, and he just neglected to say that. That's also possible, too. There are a lot of possibilities, but anti-cheat system is a lot less of a statement than anti-cheat software would have been. That is a good catch.
Yeah, most of the people reading this stuff are, 16-year-olds on Twitter, so they're never going to think of anything like that. So he doesn't think of things like that because people aren't like correcting what he says ever. So, that does kind of worry me. But you are right. It can't get worse. It just can't.
It literally
now,
can't.
is this going to be the end-all anti-cheat and we're never going to see hackers? No. Do I expect to never run into a hacker in Warzone? Absolutely not. Shit, I would be fine, honestly, playing Warzone for 6 hours and seeing a cheater. That would be fine. But when it's like 5, 6 cheaters in 3 hours, 2.5, 3 hours, which happened to us the last time we streamed Rebirth, that's not playable. If I see a cheater, a few times a week, a couple times a week, depending on how many hours I'm playing, that's serviceable. That's fine. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
No game can prevent every single cheater. As long as they cut back, that's all we need, and that's all I'm hoping for. And that's all this will be. Because they're never going to get rid of all of them. So whatever's in development, they obviously know. They're worried, as we were saying. So this is going to be better than nothing, at the very least, better than nothing.
True. And the fact
now
that
all we
they're
have to do is
tweeting
stick it
about
out till Vanguard.
Yeah, true. And also, we should mention the fact that Raven is tweeting that means that they are fairly confident that it's going to make a difference.
Yeah.
Because if they were not sure that this would matter at all, I think they would be more hesitant to like announce it because they wouldn't want egg on their face. Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but that's possible as well. So the fact that they're saying it means they have some confidence in this actually being effective, which means we should have some confidence in it being effective as well. To what degree? Don't know, but we'll see.
Yep. So after that, some other leaker, this one genuinely pissed me the fuck off. So this guy tweets out at the same exact time, the Ghost of Hope. He tweets out the same thing as Tom Henderson. New anti-cheat system is coming. I repeat, new anti-cheat system is coming. He replied to that. He says, has been worked on for over a year. Then a minute later, he has the absolute fucking audacity to tweet, this new anti-cheat system is coming tomorrow night, I believe. Jesus fucking Christ. Are you kidding me? Imagine typing those words and hitting send on that tweet. My God, buddy.
Yeah.
Change it. Embarrassing. I'm fucking furious about this. I mean, what? It's like people think that all the big streamers stopped playing Warzone and then 2 weeks later we're getting a new anti-cheat on a random season update. Do you think about that for a second? What are the odds?
Yeah.
What are the odds?
Yeah. True.
I mean, come on. Holy shit, man. Just absolutely stop. So that's just entirely wrong. He later corrected himself and said, never mind. I talked to my source again. It's not coming tomorrow. It is with Vanguard. I was wrong. I got excited. I tweeted out misinformation. Thanks for correcting things. But I mean, you should have thought about that for 2 seconds before you tweeted that and you would have known, oh, wait, this doesn't make any sense, does it?
Yeah.
So that made me furious.
Yeah, that's in the dispelling fake news section of our episode. Yeah.
Yeah. So there we go. That's what it's sounding like. So all the current prominent leakers in the community, Tom Henderson being the top one for sure, says there's some sort of anti-cheat system. Now, if that's an update or an entirely new system coming in Vanguard, great. That's just flat out, it's good news. Whether it's going to work that great or not, we'll find out, but that's really good news. Okay, next up, we're going to get into some Vanguard news here.
Ooh.
So I linked these images underneath where I posted them if you want to show them on stream.
Yes.
So let's show this first little tweet here from Tom.
Okay.
It was interesting going through these little cryptic messages, dude. I liked it.
I
enjoyed
fucking
it.
hate when people do this, but okay.
I like this. I like this.
Cringe.
So as you see, there's an image here of Kermit the fucking frog. Absolutely change it, Tom. And Kermit's he's looking at a map, frankly. He's looking at a map, and Tom just tweets out 24. So this is what the leakers that are smart do. They tweet out cryptic bullshit like this, trying to get the information out, but it's not something they're going to get a copyright strike on. Activision's not going to be knocking on their front door. That's why they do this. It's dumb, it's annoying, but that's why they do it.
That makes sense.
So all these tweets don't get taken down. So
that makes sense.
The initial thought was there were 24 completed maps coming at launch with Vanguard, which would be a fuck ton, dude. That's a lot of maps. But now what they're saying is there are already 24 entirely completed maps for Vanguard ready to go. We don't know how many to launch with. We don't know when they'll come post-launch, how that'll work, but there are 24 completed maps as of right now over all game modes. Now, gotta think a lot of that is because it's going to be like Cold War and like Modern Warfare. There will be a map that's larger. It'll be cut down. There will be 3 maps out of that. You know,
yeah, true.
Anaya Palace. You know, there's 2 maps for that.
There's 2 of those. There's 3 of There's Verdansk, Boneyard, and what's the map? Holy shit. What is the MDub map? MDub 2 map?
Scrapyard?
Yeah. So that's 3 maps in one. So yeah, they do that too. Summit plus whatever. So, well, Scrapyard is the best example. But yeah. So that's true too. And I wonder if 24 maps also includes like zombies.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. Which we'll get more into the zombies here, which sounds exciting.
Yeah. So, but regardless, 24 maps at launch, if it launches with all of them, is more than Cold War had, even if you count zombies.
Well, you can cut that in half and it's still double what Cold War had, so.
I mean, yeah, well, yeah, think about it. Cold War had 1 zombies map, so okay, 23. Like, that would be really good. So, yeah, 24 maps, really good. And that's one of our, that was one of our gripes with Cold War, as we had been saying, is that there were so few maps. We talked about this very recently. There were so few maps. Might have been on Patreon at patreon.com/thedropshot. I don't remember. We do bonus episodes there. $5 a month, in fact. $5 a month. There were so few maps at launch that, like, even if the game was, like, pretty fun, which I found it to be pretty fun, despite some issues, I just got sick of playing the same 2 fucking maps. Like, I was playing Combined Arms. There were only 2 maps. There was Armada and fucking Crossroads.
Yep.
Crossroads. And I didn't like Crossroads, so it was actually just 1 map. And then, like, soon they added Cartel, and that made it better, and then Miami. But still, and Miami fucking is the worst of all of them. So, still, nonetheless, 24 at launch, very good. If true.
Yeah. Yep. One of those game modes supposedly is called War, which is going to be similar to Combined Arms and Ground War. And out of all these leaks today, you'll notice at the end of this episode, we never talked about tanks and airplanes, which a lot of the leakers have been talking about. I don't know why they were silent on that. So was all that just wrong? Because if anything, I'm thinking this new War game mode could fit in with the tanks and airplanes and shit like that, right?
Almost certainly, if the mode is actually called War, it will have at least tanks. Yeah. Because even the original War mode had tanks.
Yeah.
They were on like a little track, like a Disneyland ride. But
cringe.
But still, there were tanks in it. So if they're naming it War again, they're not doing that on accident. It's on purpose, and there will be tanks in it. Yeah, definitely. Yep. And it's not like this is unprecedented. Again, it was in War, the original. It was also in Ground War, which is in MDub. So I would be frankly shocked if this war mode did not have tanks in it, actually.
True, yeah.
Which, you know, I hate vehicles in Call of Duty. You guys know this, but depending on the map, it can be not that bad, and also the spawn rate and how effective the tanks are and all of that stuff.
Have you ever played a Battlefield 5 map in the Pacific Theater with tanks and airplanes that wasn't fucking garbage? They're all trash. Those are the worst maps in the game, right?
The planes are much worse than the tanks, though. Well, no, they're not. Well, but here's my point. The Battlefield tanks, you have to hit them with a nuclear bomb to destroy them. So that, again, if they died in like 2 RPGs, it would be better.
Well, COD will make it so you can shoot your fucking Car 98 at them, and that'll do damage to the tank too. You know, it'll be some shit like that probably if they're in the game.
Hopefully they're not as good as they are in Ground War. I'll tell you that much.
Oh boy, yep. Yes, that's exciting. 24 completed maps. And don't forget, very recently, Tom Henderson, and we talked about this here, was saying that this title was looking really, really bad. And a few of the leakers said that today. They're like, okay, as from all the negative things I heard about this game a couple months ago, apparently development has gone very, very well. It's on track, or it's ahead, actually. Doing very well, the game's shaping up to be good. So that's exciting to hear, because I always tell Raz this game for me can't be worse than Cold War, strictly because it's on the Modern Warfare engine. I love the Modern Warfare movement and gunplay over Cold War every single time. So this is just automatically at default going to be a better game than Cold War for me. So that excites me for sure.
What I find worth taking note of is it's like Tom Henderson, for example. He started by saying like, oh, it's a disaster, and now he's like, oh, it's actually looking really good. What we have to keep in mind is there is a difference between a good plan and good execution of that plan.
Yeah.
So what is very possible is that Tom Henderson, when he said the game's a fucking disaster, said that because they had 10 maps done, 2 game modes, and 5 weapons. This is obviously exaggeration, but you get my point. That there just wasn't enough stuff, or the stuff that was in were like not good ideas. And now he's seeing there's all these new maps, there's the mode war, and all that shit. And the suite of content that is being offered are good ideas, and there's a lot of it, and that makes it sound like it's going to be good in Tom Henderson's eyes.
Yeah.
Okay. That may well be true. However, I don't care how good the idea is if it's not implemented well. So, for example, Modern Warfare. If I can't see people on my screen, I don't care how many guns there are. I don't care how many maps there are. I don't care how many attachments I can do. I don't care how many kill streaks there are. None of it matters if I can't see people. Or, like Black Ops 4. I don't care how many maps, how many operators, how many operator abilities there are. If I get lag comped 6 meters behind a wall and then die, all the good ideas in the world don't matter if the game just doesn't work. And this is a point that I wouldn't bring up if it weren't for MDub and Cold War. Cold War's launch. Do we remember that? Couldn't play on a mouse. The hit registration didn't exist on a mouse. So even if Cold War had launched with a ton of really cool content, good maps, fun and exciting game modes, streaks, weapon balance was good, and all of that, none of that would have mattered with the Cold War launch we got, because your bullets didn't hit people. So that's why I'm saying, like, this is good news that Tom Henderson and others are saying this game is really shaping up to look really good. That's good news, actually. However, don't let that make you 100% confident that the next game is going to be good. Because you might not be able to see people, just like in MDub, for example. There might be dead silences everywhere. It might not play as well as the ideas as well. Okay. It might not play as good as the ideas are for the game. Maybe it will. Hopefully it will. But just don't put the cart before the horse. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to piss on everyone's day here, okay? And it will be a disaster.
We just did. I'm sad now.
Well, it will be a disaster at launch, but every Call of Duty game is. Every video game these days that's online is a disaster at launch. That's fine. But hopefully the game works well and the ideas are good. And then Tom would be right. But maybe it won't. So just be careful. That's all I'm saying. Because Tom hasn't played the game. And he hasn't played in a public lobby.
He doesn't.
Like, we don't know, No one knows.
Yeah.
Including the developers. They don't know how it's going to run.
True.
So
yeah.
We'll see.
So next up here, look at this image. He tweets out time to be historically accurate, no more. And then show this image.
Okay.
What the fuck does that mean? Time to be historically accurate. Is this like, are there games that don't have swastikas in it from World War II because it's not politically correct or something? Is that a thing? Is that what this is referring to?
This is a cross.
It's a German cross. It's a German cross.
1813 on the bottom. I don't know what the significance of this is, but I am getting Nazi vibes, as you've said.
Well, that is a German cross, yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
So, time to be historically accurate, no more. Now, what this could mean harkens back to a theory we covered a couple months ago, where maybe the campaign takes place in some fucking alternate dimension where the Germans won or something. That would make sense, because it's like a World War II era German cross, and he's saying it is time to stop being historically accurate. That's my first thought.
No, he's saying time to be historically accurate.
No more. Meaning that it's not going to be historically accurate, right? That's what I'm taking from this.
No, those are two different sentences. I think he's saying no. Okay, the way I took it is there are games out there, probably like Battlefield, that don't show the Nazi swastika because that's like politically correct. That's honestly what I took it as. That's what I saw most people on Twitter were taking it as. Because he's saying here, time to be historically accurate.
And then more iron crosses.
He needs to reword these fucking tweets, but yeah. So I also had a Black Helicopters idea.
Black Helicopter.
What if this is going to be historically accurate and this game is supposed to take place in the Pacific Theater?
Okay.
No German guns, no German faction.
Oh.
No Car 98 in the game.
Oh, no more Germans. Oh.
That's a tinfoil hat. Black Helicopters probably not going to happen. Interesting, though. You never know. You never know. Because everything has pointed to Pacific Theater, usually.
True.
But I don't know. Interesting. Probably not, but just, you never know. I mean, it'd be awful. There'd be no Car 98 in the game. So I don't know how that would work,
It could just be no German faction, like you said, but they still like use German guns, I guess. Because I think the Japanese in real life use German shit. Some German shit. I don't know. I'm not a historian.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's not true anyways, because he has a little drawing he did here next, and it shows German shit, so yeah, never mind.
Cool.
That would have been kind of interesting, though.
It would have been.
It would have been awful, but I don't think... There's never really been any big multiplayer games like that where it's like just Japanese, and I don't think I'd want that either. Their guns were dog shit and boring. You've used them in Battlefield, right?
Yeah. Well, they had the saucer gun, right? That was a Japanese gun, wasn't it?
Oh, they also have every single gun where the magazine's on top and blocks your view. Don't know why. Don't know who designed them. Again, stop designing weapons unless you're in the United States or Russia, because no one else can figure it out, including the Japanese. Holy fuck, man.
True.
Jesus Christ.
Well, the Americans are the best at everything.
We're number
really.
one in... Yeah, I'll get banned on Twitch, but we're number one in you-know-what, so...
Yeah. And
let us design your weaponry. Yeah,
so.
in 2 words.
Yeah. Anyways.
All right. Okay, yeah, here's that little dog shit image. Pull this
I don't know
up.
what time to be historically accurate means with that image, by the way. I
don't think anyone knows.
So, okay. So, cool, Tom. Anyway, we'll pull up the next image here. The next image is on your screen.
Okay. So zoom in on this one spot. So he says, not the Iron Cross.
Yes.
And
it's a swastika.
So
it is a swastika.
I still don't get what the point of that tweet was. Is Battlefield politically correct and doesn't use swastikas or something? Because they could be. That's what I'm wondering if he was kind of like poking fun at. That like they use the German cross instead. Any Battlefield players in here?
Oh, maybe. Because he does cover Battlefield all the time. So
He's big on Battlefield.
He would take shots at Battlefield. He would be the type to do that, yeah.
I think they do. Yup.
That must be what time
they have a fake flag, it looks like, in Battlefield.
Got it.
That's not a swastika. That's probably what it is, yeah. Yep, that has to be it. So he did like a little sketch here. I don't know if this is like supposed to be the cover art of the game, but it's a little sketch. It shows some Americans walking up on some sort of fortress. There's like a Sherman tank in it, a tank. There's planes in the sky, airplanes. There's weather. We'll get into that in a second.
There's weather.
There is weather. There's
weather.
But yeah, so that's his little dog shit drawing he did.
There are people walking up to the
There
building.
are people. There are going to be people that have guns. Crazy.
Yeah.
Insane. So I think more than anything, that image, the thing for me there is the tank and the planes in the sky. That's kind of just more hinting at there will be vehicles and something. But again, they never said anything about that. So maybe I'm just looking into it too much. Maybe he just added those in there for effect. Who knows?
I don't think so, because he labeled the tank M4 Sherman.
True.
If it was just like a background detail, I don't think he would have put a little label on it. I think there's probably tanks and shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, cringe. But
yep.
Yeah. So cool, man. Yeah, interesting stuff for sure. I'm pretty well done. The lightning scares me. I hope there are not natural disasters every single match like in Battlefield. That's insane. So
well, here we go. Pull up the next image.
All right, let's pull up the next
Tom
image.
Henderson, dynamic weather in games is awesome. And this is a screenshot of Battlefield 2042. And I believe this is the map where a fucking hurricane comes in or something.
That appears to be a tornado. Yeah.
It is something.
Or a hurricane. I don't know. I don't live in...
It's something. It's strong winds. It doesn't matter. Hurricanes, tornadoes, tsunamis, they're all the same, really.
Yeah.
There's a strong wind, right?
Just water
either way,
and
you're
strong
dead.
wind.
You're dead either way. Yeah. Figure it out. Yeah,
True.
yeah.
Yes, yeah.
So supposedly, Vanguard will have dynamic weather. Personally, I fucking hate this, and I hope this is only in certain modes. Like, again, hey, if they make this war mode, and there's vehicles, it's 64 players, there's dynamic weather, it's going straight up, to kind of compete with Battlefield, I'm all into that. That's fine. Don't add dynamic weather into 6's COD, though.
True.
Right? Don't have me playing fucking Shipment 1944, and there be a hurricane blowing the fucking sea cans, right? I mean, Jesus Christ.
You're just on
flying
like a
around.
flat, yeah.
By the time the hurricane comes through, Shipment is just flat dirt. There's nothing else there.
You get
just have to shoot
by
people.
a
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Shipping
So this isn't good news for me. So the dog shit casual gamers in Battlefield love dynamic weather. Cringe. Dynamic weather is not fun. Let me tell you why. You play Battlefield for the first time. You load up into a match. You see all this action. There's tanks. There's fucking planes flying over. They're bombing. It sounds crazy. It looks great. People are dying next to you. Weather patterns start to come through. You're like, dude, this is insane. This is fun. This is hype. It feels like I'm in World War II. Cringe. That's not fun. Play that same map 6 more times and you'll be saying, oh my God, I hate the rain, dude. It happens every time.
People. Yep.
It happens every time. Ruins the visibility. You can't hear. It's not fun. If this like dynamic weather is not common at all, I guess, if this happens, maybe if there's like a 5% chance of this happening on a map, that's fine. Okay, whatever. 5 out of 100 raids, or out of 100 raids, I'm saying too much Tarkov. 5 out of 100 matches, and you get like different weather, rain and shit. That's fine. Okay. But don't make it where like Battlefield it's literally every single match. That's boring. It's repetitive. I don't want it. Doesn't change anything other than me not being able to see anyone.
Go ahead.
No, that just pisses me off. Yeah. It's like the same thing in Tarkov. Tarkov has different weather at times. I basically don't play the game when it's raining because it ruins it.
Yeah. I think you need to distinguish, not you, but in general, between... So, like, Battlefield 5 has dynamic weather in it. And I don't play enough Battlefield to have a strong opinion on it. But if I did, I would say, yeah, take it out, whatever. Because it is dumb. Like, you can play... What's that snow map? There's a lot.
Oh, yeah.
The
I don't know any
small
of the
one.
names.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway. You can have, like, a snowstorm where you can't see, like, 5 feet in front of you, actually. That's not fun. Yeah, that's pretty dumb. So don't let that happen. But, again... We need to distinguish between dynamic weather like Battlefield 5 and dynamic weather like Battlefield 2042. Because Battlefield 2042, it's not dynamic weather. There is a Category 5 natural disaster every other match. That is absurd. That is really fucking stupid. Yeah. And I can't believe it's doing it. Even if you are 95... and you want to LARP as your grandpa who stormed Normandy, and you want to be immersed. Okay, here's what's not immersive. Every other time you're fighting in this city, there's a fucking tornado. Hey, tornadoes are pretty rare, dude. They don't happen often. And it is insane to me.
Well, you don't live in Missouri.
Okay. Well, nonetheless, it is insane to me in Battlefield 2042 how often there will be natural disasters. Like Category 5 Fukushima level tsunami disasters.
Too soon, man.
This is neither fun to play nor realistic. So it actually scratches neither itch. So I don't know what the fuck they are thinking. If you want to have, I mean, national, global news caliber acts of God in your video game, okay, fine. Just biblical tsunamis in your game, fine. Make them as rare as real life biblical tsunamis. It's like, are there going to be super volcano eruptions? Where is there going to be meteor impacts? Like the dinosaurs are getting fucking extinct again? What is that? It doesn't make any goddamn sense. Really weird. And if you're going to have them in your game, you shouldn't. But if you're going to, they should be as rare as that. Where an asteroid impacts fucking Piccadilly twice in the year. So, like, sure, okay, cool. Why code that in if it's only going to happen twice? But still, it's just really fucking dumb. So when Tom Henderson, back to this point, says dynamic weather, do we mean there will be rain and clouds and it'll also be sunny sometimes and maybe there will be strong winds and maybe not? If it's only in the war mode, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
however,
exactly.
If dynamic weather means, again, there will be a Category 4 hurricane just sweeping through the map every other match, well, now we're out to lunch. This is fucking insane. It's not realistic, and it obviously won't be fun to play as, in all seriousness. When you can't see anything in front of you, you can't hear anything because there's a fucking hailstorm coming down killing your teammates. This won't be fun to play as. It'll be immersive for exactly one match, and then you'll be fucking sick of it, and you won't be able to see or hear anything ever. Super dumb. Super dumb. So, we'll see. What do you think he means by dynamic weather? Will there be acts of God in the next Call of Duty, or is it just going to be some clouds and shit?
I think just clouds and shit, rain, stuff like that, yeah.
And if
I think they'll start
case,
with that. COD 2022 will have fucking earthquakes. Right? I mean, it'll just be a disaster.
Because
in Battlefield 3 and 4...
You're holding your breath to get a collat And there's a fucking fissure. The tectonic plates split in front of you. They fall down.
Oh my god.
It's so fucking stupid, dude.
You never
Why
know.
are there tornadoes in a fucking FPS game? It's so
You never know.
outrageous. Sorry, go on.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, because in like Battlefield 3 and 4, there were maps where, if I remember correctly, every single game the weather event happened. Every single game. So like the map is really fun up until that point, then it gets awful. If it wasn't every game, maybe it wasn't. It happened far too often. I'm talking probably 75% of the time there was a weather event. So much that I remember it being every single game. So either way, it was already too much.
Yeah.
I hope it's not shit like that. Because like every once in a while, that's fine. Sure, that's kind of cool. But every single game, or the majority of the time, no. Please no. Please no.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe they're trying to bring over those LARPers from Battlefield.
True.
Trying to tap into the boomer player base a little bit more.
I'm also with you, though, on the point that keep it out of sixes, but if it's in war, it's fine. Even if it is like too common in war, as long as, again, they aren't acts of God, if they're just like storms and shit. If that's the case in war, even if it's often, that's kind of fine to me, because honestly, war will never be a competitive, even remotely competitive game mode anyway. There's too many people. Like, ground war has never been competitive. No one's ever done scrims of fucking 32v32. It's never happened. It's kind of like a fun little whatever game mode. So war will be the same way. And if that's the case, you want to ruin it by throwing in weather to add more immersion, because that's why a lot of people will play modes like that. Fine. But if they do it in sixes, if there's any dynamic weather at all in any way, in sixes, I'll be really mad. Yeah, that'll be really super dumb. I agree with you on that. I agree with you 100% on that. So,
yeah, cool.
Man.
All right. Next up, another one. Tommy Boy tweets out an image. The image shows Treyarch. It's a Treyarch logo, and he links a YouTube link. Click on that link. It is the song Zombie. What is this saying? Treyarch is leading zombies in Vanguard. Treyarch will be designing, overseeing zombies in Vanguard. This was rumored a few months ago, so this really isn't surprising, but now it actually seems true, because obviously a lot of these things end up not being true. Some of these things we're talking about today probably won't be true, but it's just interesting to speculate on at times. So this will follow the same dark Aether storyline as Cold War. I don't know about the lore, and I don't care. So Zombies players, tell us if that's exciting or not. It seems exciting to me. So earlier when I said
Seems
the last zombie map for Cold War will come in Season 6, Tom even responded to somebody's tweet earlier, and he was like, the story continues. So once we get into Vanguard, that same storyline will continue throughout Zombies. And me, as like a casual Zombies player, this is fucking great, because Cold War Zombies I thought was really, really well done, and I'm excited to see this. Also, another thing, what does that mean? That just means more Sledgehammer employees have been working on core multiplayer versus splitting it up based on like, this team's working on single player, this team's working on multiplayer, this team's working on Zombies. No, it's like, these guys are doing single player. All of these other guys are working on the multiplayer. So I don't think this is just great all around. I think Treyarch is going to do a better job at Zombies than Sledgehammer. And Sledgehammer hopefully can focus more on multiplayer and make it a much better title. So this is huge news, actually. And I love to see this. Great
points. And this does tie into what we covered a few weeks ago, which is that all the dev teams are going to collaborate more now. And I was actually kind of shitting on this idea that you don't want too many cooks in the kitchen. However, if they do it this way, I actually think it might be a good idea.
Yeah,
because I didn't
if they're not really working together, you know.
Exactly. That's what I didn't really consider. I didn't consider that, okay, you guys are doing Zombies, figure it out. You don't really have to communicate with multiplayer if you're doing Zombies. Of course you sort of do, because it's going to be the same weapons and like skins or whatever. But not nearly as much as I had been worried about when I was voicing those concerns.
Yep.
Every point you made is completely, perfectly true. Absolutely. If Treyarch is doing zombies, like you said, again, number one, they're the best at doing zombies, so that's good. But also, that means they don't have to take away Sledgehammer devs to work on zombies, and they can all just focus only on multiplayer or only on campaign or whatever. True, dude. Absolutely true. This is fantastic. And actually, on the zombies front in and of itself, so this is good for zombies and multiplayer. And for zombies specifically, because zombies was so well done in Cold War, I will be playing zombies in Vanguard. And let me be honest with you. If Warzone didn't have as many cheaters and Cold War multiplayer was more fun, it had more maps in it at launch and now, I wouldn't have even tried zombies. However, because I did try zombies and it was so fucking good, I will be playing zombies next year, and I otherwise wouldn't have been playing zombies next year.
Same.
Like, I will
Good
go
point.
out of my way to play zombies next year, even though I'm not a zombies player, because Treyarch did such a good job with combies in Cold War.
Yeah.
In Zold War.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
Good point.
So, yeah, this is great news. I agree with you. 100%.
Yeah. A lot of this is good news.
Yeah. This
Next
is
up.
Interesting. Oh, okay. This is obvious, yeah.
Tom Henderson hinting strongly that there is an alpha coming very soon. And this is probably when we'll get screenshots and leaked gameplay. This happens every year. We'll see some dog shit quality videos go up on YouTube that'll stay up for a few hours. Some kid like fucking screen recording somebody playing the alpha, the internal alpha. So that's supposed to be coming soon. Also, something to keep in mind, at these events or these like alphas they do, a lot of times there's big content creators there. It's happened. There was a massive one before Modern Warfare came out. So if you guys notice, hey, damn, that's crazy. None of the big streamers are streaming this weekend or these few days. There's your hint. They're probably all at an event because that happened with Modern Warfare.
With Warzone,
it happened
too.
last year. They're all gone. So yeah, if you guys start to notice things like that, you know, there's telling you they're all probably testing an alpha. And then when we get like the open beta, all of those guys already have their videos ready to post on YouTube. We get like a big drop. So that's why you're going to see leaks, is because people will be playing the game. That'll be happening soon.
Yep. Yeah, 100%. And we will get leaks again, as you said. And it also happened last year, like you said. I remember I was watching Swag a lot. And he was like, yeah, I'm going to be busy. And I'll be out of town for this weekend. So I won't be streaming, but I'll be back. And then later, he had a YouTube video the second the NDA lifted, scheduled. For like, hey guys, so that weekend I got invited to go play the alpha for Warzone. Here's some gameplay.
Yeah.
And that's what we saw.
Yep.
That will be happening again. So when you see people, when Nick Merckx takes a vacation, it's to go play. It's to fly to Irvine and or where? Anaheim, whatever. And play test
somewhere
the
in
game.
LA.
Yeah, and play test the game. So alpha soon. Yeah. Cool. Very cool.
Cool.
Very cool.
That time of the year, boys.
So I wonder what that means for the timetable, actually. I wonder when the like Warzone and or MW alphas were, and then how much later the games released respectively. Do you remember or have any idea?
No.
Probably
Let me see.
2 or 3 months, I would imagine. I would say roughly, can't be that. It could be like 3 months. If there's an alpha, maybe at the end of August, 2 months after that. Yeah, I could see that.
So Charlie Intel back last year, there was that Red Door alpha up on the Xbox store.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That article was posted, that was July 29th. So that would about match up. I mean, only a couple weeks off of that, couple weeks later, they're doing alphas. So that makes sense. When was the beta last year? Open beta. Beta is probably coming in October sometime. Yeah, that's when it. So Cold War, the beta was the first weekend of October. Second weekend of October, and then the third weekend of October. So it'll probably be the same with this then. Yeah. So we're getting an alpha about now. We'll probably get a beta that everyone can play in October.
Yeah. Yeah, which sounds about right. Sounds about right.
Yeah, they don't usually change much with that shit, so.
Are you more excited for this beta than the MDub beta?
The MDub beta? No, not at all. I was very excited for the MDub beta. Very excited.
What about the Cold War beta?
I was excited for the Cold War beta until I couldn't play it because of how often I was crashing.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Miserable experience for me. I wasn't even here on launch day for the Cold War beta. For some of you new frogs, I haven't listening that long. I was camping in Big Sur and missed the first day of the game, which ended up not caring about because I was still crashing. I was crashing constantly in that game for like the first 2 weeks anyways.
Yeah.
So.
Some major issues. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, the Modern Warfare beta, I was very excited for. And launch, extremely excited for. Oh yeah, we were fucking hyped, dude. We had like, you were streaming back then on Twitch, obviously, MDub launch, and we had so many people like playing with us that night. Like we had more people. Like we had to cut people off basically because we were filling squads.
Our full
like,
party,
okay, sorry, we can't play. And then a week later, they were all gone, and it was just you and I playing still.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Which I was really surprised by. But
yeah. But this year, hopefully we'll have the Warzone update at launch or very close to launch, and that'll be big.
Yeah, true. Even the I'm excited for this beta too. Very excited actually. I want to see how it plays. I've begun now to trust my intuitions more on these betas. Like the Modern Warfare beta.
Not a lot's going to change.
Yes, exactly. Like the beta is going to be a pretty goddamn good representation of how the game is. Because I remember the MDub beta. I was like, dude, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. I'm like not having that much fun. I expected to have way more fun. This is kind of weird. And then I was like, well, it's just a beta. Once we get more maps and more guns, I'll like it more, which I did, but still fucking hate that game in terms of multiplayer, especially. And Cold War, I remember playing the beta and I was like, this is cool. But I just felt blasé about it. And then throughout the year, I felt blasé about Cold War. Whereas, like, I don't have a good beta to compare to, I guess, in Call of Duty terms. But I think once I get to play this beta, I'm going to trust my first impressions a lot more and see how I feel at first. And I think it's going to translate. I think it's going to translate better than I used to think, Yeah,
to a certain extent though, you can't trust your initial thoughts too much sometimes because like you're usually playing the beta and you're dog shit, you're getting like 2 kills and then dying. So you're not doing too hot anyways.
That's
like
true
nobody
too.
Does very good in a beta. So that's an issue too, is like I thought that in Modern Warfare. We went into the Modern Warfare launch and we were like, dude, let's drop a nuke first weekend. That was the biggest thing we were thinking of. True. Is that there was a callable nuke. They were adding in a nuclear calling card. We're like, bro, let's get this nuke. Because
we were getting nukes in BO4 pretty easily. We knew the game. We were fucking kids up.
Yeah.
Oops.
And boy, were we. I couldn't even get a 10 kill streak probably the first 2 or 3 days I played Modern Warfare 2019.
Yep.
It was just so weird getting used to that time to kill after coming from BO4. It's night and day difference. But yeah, I am going to look at that stuff a little closer this time and think like, okay, this core game, am I going to like this or not? Because I hate the statement of people like, oh, it's just a beta, things will change. It's like, no, most of it doesn't change. The vast majority of things you're going to play in that beta will not change at all. So people need to stop fucking saying that. Yes, it is a beta, but it's like if the core game is dog shit, if the time to kill is awful, there's no recoil, if the maps suck, those things aren't going to change a whole lot. If all of their maps suck in the beta, the rest of the maps are probably going to suck too, you know?
And
there will be a few good ones scattered here and there.
Yep.
That's Modern Warfare.
Exactly.
Azir Cave. Awesome. Boy, this map is fun. Holy shit, right?
Exactly. Yep.
So I think this year we'll definitely pay closer attention to things like that and be more critical about what we think is going to be good or not.
Yeah. Yeah, and hopefully we enjoy the beta, and that'll be a good representation too.
I agree. Yeah, that'd be great.
Because if I'm having a lot of fun, but I'm just getting bored with the maps because it's a beta and there's only 2 maps in the beta, I'll be very thrilled.
Yeah.
But it's going to depend on, am I bored with the lack of variety and because the level cap is 18 and I can only use 3 guns, or am I bored because the perks suck, I can't see people, and the hit reg is dog shit, and the maps aren't good? Like, that's, like you said, that speaks more to the core game.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
So cool. Next item here.
Ooh, this is an item for sure.
Little Tommy boy takes a screenshot of his phone, of his calendar, landed on the date November 5th, 2021. Doesn't say anything else. I think we can assume he's hinting at the Vanguard release date. So mark your calendars. There is a very good chance Call of Duty 2021 Vanguard will release on Friday, November 5th. Are you going to ask for that day off? Don't. You won't be able to get into the game for hours.
True.
You're gonna take the whole weekend off? Don't. Take the following weekend off.
Yep.
But that's the date. And you know what? I think I'm more excited for this launch too, because this is going to be the first launch where we're doing the podcast full time.
True, dude.
That's been the other thing, is like we're like, okay, this is fun. I have a lot of fun for 2 days, and then boom, you're right back at work. You see everyone else playing the game all day. They're leveling up faster than you. It's like, fuck, man, this sucks. I want to be home playing.
Yeah.
So that's going to be the best part. Maybe we'll fuck around and do some long streams. We'll see.
Yeah, we could.
So yeah, I think that's why I'm getting more excited for this too, because I'm thinking about things like that we didn't have last year.
True. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. If you want to ask for time off work, first of all, wait for an official release day. Because I think November 5th is extremely likely. I believe it. I would put some money on it.
It's either the 5th or the 12th, probably.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I wouldn't ask for the days off work. Yeah, but let's say it is going to be the 5th. You should ask for the 9th or the 8th through whatever days you have off. You should ask for those off. So you get off work on Friday night. You're happy. The game has been out for 7 hours. Maybe you can get into a game because the servers aren't completely trash. And then instead of having Friday off to try and sit in a queue for 3 hours, so you just wasted your PTO there, you can get the following Monday and Tuesday off when the servers have settled, the queues have slowed down, and then you can get in at will. That's what you want to do.
Yeah.
So anyways, yeah, November 5th sounds super likely. I believe it.
Sounds about right, yeah.
We could, yeah. And I'm going to have to get that. We're going to have to dust off the old countdown timer. Remember the countdown timer on the broadcast, dude? We're going to have to bring those back. Maybe a tentative countdown timer.
How many days is that? That's still a ways off. We'll start it like in a couple months or month and a half or something, yeah.
It's a number of days, yeah, for sure.
Probably a 90-day. We should start a 90-day.
Yeah. I think as soon as we get an official release date, we'll put up the calendar.
Yeah,
true. Or the timer or whatever.
Yep. Cool. That's exciting.
That is I'm getting excited now.
You guys excited? Are you guys excited? There have been many positives today about a game, but to squish the rumors and confirm skill-based matchmaking is the exact same as the past game. Exact. So if you were hoping for some dumb reason, this isn't surprising at all to us, shouldn't be surprising to most of you. Some people will think that, I was hoping they would get rid of skill-based matchmaking in Vanguard. They're not. So just to confirm, it's going to be exactly the same. The lobbies are going to be sweaty. You're going to have to reverse boost if you want to get gameplay for YouTube. There you go.
Yeah.
Don't know why you thought otherwise, but there you go. There's your confirmation.
Preach. Yeah. And I took this literally for granted. I didn't even think about SBMM because it's here to stay in all games forever. There's SBMM in the Splitgate fucking beta. It's here in every game ever now. Forever. We've lost the battle.
Yeah.
I'm done making arguments about SBMM. We tried hard. Doesn't matter. We're pissing into the wind. SBMM will never go anywhere, ever. It's going to be here to stay. It's going to be exactly the same, or maybe minorly tweaked, but it's here to stay. This is a given. This is obvious. And if you did think otherwise, you are insane. You're out to lunch. So yeah, of course it'll be back. Agreed. Totally unsurprising.
Yeah.
This next tweet is interesting.
It is. After all this happened today, that's the end of the leaks from Tom. After all of that, Charlie Intel tweeted out before we went live. Lots of information and misinformation about COD 2021 and Warzone all over Twitter today. It'll all be official and accurately revealed soon. Stay tuned. We've got you covered. Did a little blush face cringe. Take his Twitter account. Kashav, get off the Twitter account too.
Don't have Liam change the password to your Twitter account, and you can't tweet from it anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. So, more than anything, in my opinion, he tweeted this after that guy said we're getting a anti-cheat tomorrow. So I think that's what the Warzone thing is referring to. The COD 2021 stuff, again, I don't know. Also, Charlie Intel almost has to say this, and plus they work with Activision, so they're not going to leak anything, and they're going to try to deny things and say, like, no, that's not true, because, like, one minor detail is wrong, probably.
They're under NDA, so yeah, probably.
They can't. They just see everyone else tweeting all the shit out today and knowing they can't do it legally. So that's why they said this, of course. But yeah.
What's interesting about this tweet, too, by the way, is indicative of what Tanner and I have been telling you, which is that, because some people doubt this, which is insane, Charlie Intel knows every leak that Tom Henderson knows, and perhaps even more. They are
before
insiders.
He does.
Yes. And the reason they don't leak that shit is either because they don't want to get sued because they make a real good living by not leaking shit anyway, so why risk it? And or because they are under NDA or something.
Yeah.
One of the two things. So,
yep.
When Charlie, the point we're making is, which again is a point we've made before, if Charlie Intel refers to some other leaker and says, per this guy, this is coming to the next game because it was leaked by some other guy. If they do that, then that means the leak is usually true because Charlie Intel knows if the leak is true or not. But they just can't be the originator of the leak, so they can't talk about it until someone else leaks it. But as soon as someone else leaks it, since they already know whether it's true or not, whether they cover it or not depends on if it's true or not. So if they cover some leaked piece of information, it is very often true because they are insiders, and if it's a leak that is true, they'll cover it because they already know it's true, which is what Tanner and I have said before. So that's what I'm saying. This isn't 100% accurate. I think they have covered some leaks that have been false before, but very often, if Charlie Intel refers to a leak, the reason they are covering it is probably because it's true. So this is confirmation to that effect. This is how they have the authority to say that there is information and misinformation. How could they know that unless they were insiders? Of course they are. So that's all my point is.
Yep. Cool. Almost done here, boys. CDL fans. CDL champs in LA will be in person. Over the last few days, there's been rumors flying around that champs was going to be online, which is fucking cringe, of course.
And we will be smuggling in anthrax.
Because of cool. Well, awesome.
That's a
there
joke.
We go.
That's a joke, Twitch. I'm not leaving my house.
He doesn't leave his house, Twitch. You don't have to worry about that.
Worry.
Yeah. Sorry, potential sponsors. You don't have to worry. Believe me, he actually doesn't leave his house, so don't worry about it.
Relax. I don't have access.
Yeah. So CDL champs will be in person. There were rumors over the last week that it was going to be online because the COVID spike in LA County, because we're back at like 2,000 or 3,000 cases a day. We were at like 100 for a while. See ya. Back at 3,000. Let's fucking go, baby. But the event will be taking place live. What's exciting for CDL fans, because online
cool.
champs end it all. Holy shit. How bad is that, dude? How
Yeah.
bad is that? Playing a whole season and then having to play the fucking championship online? No thanks. So they're just like increasing COVID protocol. You have to show your proof of vaccination, get a negative test in 72 hours. If you're not vaccinated, blah, blah, wear a mask the whole time. So it's still going on. That's big. That's exciting. If any locals want to pay for our trip there, well, we won't go, but you can send us money and say,
We'll pocket it. Yeah.
say, take this $1,000, split it, go to the event, get a nice hotel, rent a car, go to dinner, have a nice dinner. And we'll say, oh, sure, we'll do all of that. We'll take the money. It'll go into our bank account. You'll never see it again. Boom, gone.
Yeah.
Dude, is there a PF Chang's in Vegas? We're going to have to do that. We're going to have to do that.
Yeah, that's a good idea, dude. Some drunk PF Changs, dude.
Yeah, we're going to have to look that up.
Ooh. That's
I'll write that down in the notes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
CDL
so that's in person.
Live is good. It's good for the competitors too, by the way, because they don't have to deal with differing latencies and potential cheaters. I don't think cheating is a really big issue in the CDL, to be honest, even if it's online. But ping certainly is, and server location and all that. So it's just better to do it on LAN. So that's cool.
Yeah, and there were some big upsets at the last LAN event that one was in Texas, I think, right? Like big upsets. So that's what happens on LAN. These kids that are insane and cracked online, they show up with people and they're fucking shaking. They're scared. I get it. I would be that way. But so they show up to the LAN, some of these kids they actually can't compete. They freeze. So that's what's interesting about it, is to see who can compete at the highest level when it's like
Even playing field.
Yeah, it's nerve-wracking for sure.
I would imagine. Yeah. I mean, I don't
All
get
right.
nervous, but yeah.
Last item here is regarding Battlefield. The Battlefield 2042 technical playlist has a visible anti-cheat, and Battlefield 2042 will be using easy anti-cheat. Interesting. Easy. It's so easy.
So easy.
So they're using a third-party anti-cheat this year. I don't know what they had in Battlefield 5 and 1. Maybe nothing, because it didn't work. It's probably the same. What were they still using? Fucking Punkbuster or something? What were they using in those games?
Punkbuster is an anti-cheat Battlefield used for a game. I don't know which one, but they
used Punkbuster like Battlefield 2.
100%.
That's why I still talk about Punkbuster, is because I played a lot of Battlefield 2. I don't know what they use now. But so they're going to be using easy anti-cheat. Apparently this is good news. I saw a lot of people saying that. They're like, wow, this is actually huge. I guess easy anti-cheat is like the most known, the best third-party anti-cheat software out there. So that's cool. I went to their website, checked it out. They say it's used in such games as Apex Legends, Fortnite, Rust, Squad, Gears of War, and more. I thought Fortnite had their own in-house anti-cheat software,
Maybe
but
both.
who knows?
Or consultation
also,
or something.
I thought 3 weeks before all these big streamers stopped playing Apex, wasn't everyone on Twitter fucking bitching about all the cheaters in Apex? Oh, you can't play Apex rank because the top rank is just filled with all cheaters. Now they're all playing it and nobody's complaining about cheaters, and they're saying easy anti-cheat's good? Huh?
Yeah, I don't know.
Right? So I don't know what's going on there, but I guess this seems like a good thing overall.
It's just it's funny to me that like this makes it sound so easy to just farm out the problem to a third party and pay them to figure it out. And it makes me mad that Activision doesn't do this. And again, it's probably not possible, because if it was, they would probably be doing it. But like, just guys, get it done. Figure it out.
Yep.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how the cheating situation is in Apex, though. I do know that all the streamers that have gone there have not been complaining about a bunch of cheaters, and they haven't been encountering many. So it probably works fairly well. Although, to be fair, I don't think Nick Merckx is in the fucking highest SBMM bracket of Apex Legends yet. And if there are cheaters, that's where you'll see them. So maybe the cheating situation is just as bad in Apex as it is in Warzone. Because here's an interesting phenomenon. Some of you listening probably rarely see cheaters in Warzone. And that is because if you cheat, you do insanely well. And if you do insanely well, because there is SBMM, it makes you play against other players who are very good and are in those high SBMM brackets. So if you see a cheater, it's probably because you're in the highest SBMM bracket, which is pretty loose in a game without a ranked mode. Like, it's more loose than Apex ranked, I'm sure. But nonetheless,
It's probably the same thing, honestly.
yeah, I don't know. But
Their default SBM is probably the same.
yeah, true. Actually, but nonetheless, if you have, you know, a 0.4 KD in Warzone, you're probably not seeing cheaters ever. But so that could be what's happening with all these streamers. The cheating problem could be bad in Apex, but none of the streamers are good enough yet to see it. It's possible. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or the fucking thing works. Or your source on the cheating problem being terrible was exaggerating or wrong or whatever. But yeah, we don't know. So
cool.
good that Battlefield's having an anti-cheat though, for sure.
That's dope. Imagine that. Yeah. Shout out to Battlefield.
I want an invasion of privacy tantamount to the Patriot Act for the next Call of Duty title, where it looks at everything I've ever done online to determine if I'm cheating. I'm not kidding. Sign away. Hey, give me a full audit. I want this anti-cheat to be able to give a psychological dissertation on my state of mind from 0 to 29 years old. That's how balls deep I want it to invade my privacy to figure out if I'm cheating or not. That's the anti-cheat I want. Fuck my privacy. Hey, sell the data. I don't care at this point. Just get rid of the cheaters. Whatever you gotta do, whatever civil rights you need to just toss out the window to figure out if I'm cheating in this video game or not, do it. You've got the green light,
vaccine.
Dude. Call me George W. Bush, dude. Fuck liberties. Find out at all costs if I'm cheating or not, and do it to everyone else too.
Yeah, spy on me, please.
I don't care. Turn on my webcam while I beat off and sleep. Don't care, as long as you determine if I'm cheating in the video game or not.
7 days a week.
6. That's all I want. That's on average, on mean average. That's all I want. That's all I want. I don't care how much, but in all seriousness though, for real, I don't think it is too invasive to have like some anti-cheat program that looks at your task manager to see what programs you have open and flag bad ones and ban you.
It's
for
actually less invasive than owning a cellular device in 2021. Probably.
That's literally true. That's literally true. Actually, yeah.
So cool. Interesting, by the way. I Googled Battlefield 5 anti-cheat. It was DICE. It was in-house. Also super interesting how Battlefield talks about cheaters. Isn't that crazy? They have this whole page on their website, our anti-cheat approach in Battlefield, blah, blah. This guy is the head of the DICE anti-cheat team. He talks about what they do to detect cheaters, how they ban them. None of it works, of course. There's a ton of cheaters in Battlefield. But it's interesting that they publicly talk about it. Whereas like Activision has always been scared to for some odd reason, which I hate. So
yeah, it's
cool.
Weird. Yeah, it's weird. It's very weird. Yeah, the transparent, the community outreach is just abysmal at Activision. It was the worst with MDub. And
shout out to Ashton.
Ashton, yeah, enemy of the pod. But nonetheless.
What's she up to these days?
Her tweets are probably privated. I would be shocked if they weren't. Or her Twitter account isn't active anymore. Worst community
she hasn't tweeted since January 6th. And it was about racial injustice.
Community management, dude. That is the most managed community I've ever seen. Hasn't tweeted in 8 months. Cool, Ashton. Awesome. Okay.
She must not do it anymore, actually. She must do something else.
Well, she should have been fired sooner than she was, if that's the case, but nonetheless. That's Infinity Ward's fault more than hers, frankly.
Oh, yeah,
she should have been fired. Hey, if Bethesda, Maryland hires me to do heart surgery and I kill your grandma, is it my fault? Sure, I shouldn't have applied for the job.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't have.
But it's more Bethesda, Maryland's fault for fucking hiring someone who is not capable of doing the job. So
We
fuck
could try.
Infinity Ward. Okay, let's move on.
Is that how my grandma died?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't use a scalpel. Anything else you wanted to discuss this evening, Tanner Dropshot?
Nope.
Cool, man.
Is the tournament full? Maybe. Can you still sign up and find out after the fact? Sure. Go ahead, sign up, see what happens.
But before we do that, we're doing our iTunes review of the week. So we're not reading all the iTunes reviews anymore. Some of you may have noticed that, but and we're still not. But we're gonna pick a review to read live right now at the end of episodes. Sometimes we're gonna try.
Maybe.
See. So we'll see. But this is a review. If you rate us 5 stars on iTunes, it means a lot. Do it. And if you write a review, it's even better. And if it's 5 stars and you write a review, we might read it if it's funny or good or interesting. So we're going to try this out. We'll start with review of the week for this week by Austin Dickey 10. Change it on Apple. Change your Apple ID. I'm a trucker is the title of this review. Okay.
You got a lot of truckers and fuckers. Yeah.
Truckers listen to podcasts. They be driving, so it makes sense.
Who would have thought?
I'm always on the road. Got it. Makes sense. And yesterday, I found y'all's podcast, and I listened from Ep 142 all the way through the current episode 148, so we're a little behind on these reviews. I loved it, man. For 18 hours straight, that's some long-haul trucking. It was something to laugh at. I was constantly receiving useful information for when I get back home to play again, and the content didn't feel stale or forced. Huge.
Wow.
I'm looking forward to the future episodes. Austin Dickey, let's go, dude. Thank you for the iTunes review. Now, boys and girls, that is it for this evening. Austin, thanks for the review. Leave us an iTunes review. Real ones will leave us an iTunes review. This was quite an episode. The update was pushed back till tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes. We'll definitely be talking about that on Saturday, so make sure you're here for that. It is going to be both fun and exciting. I am genuinely excited to play on Friday, probably, and see how all of this goes. And maybe these fucking insane people are correct and there's an anti-cheat tomorrow. Doubt it. But if that's the case, we'll see. But we'll see. You know, whatever. They did the account bans, so we'll play after the update and see if the cheating situation's better, at least. That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
And I am genuinely excited to give that a try, so that's what we'll be doing. But nonetheless, the Dropshot Invitational number 3, signups close soon. Spots fill up even sooner, so sign up now. It is open to any and all patrons, which I will remind you is the best way to support the show. Patreon.com/thedropshot. We offer bonus episodes, weekly hangouts, community events, gameplay breakdowns, and more. It is the best way for us, for you to support the show, and it's also the best way for you because that's where we offer all of our bonus content. So if you like the program and feel like wasting some money, do it on Patreon first, and then you can hit my Cash App after that. But do it for real. Do it on Patreon first. That's the best way to support the show, and we really love and appreciate our patrons. That is how this whole enterprise is funded. Patreon.com/thedropshot. And if you want links to the YouTube, the Discord, the TikTok, all that shit, the dropshot.com is our website, is our home. And the links to the Patreon is there as well. We've got our episodes. Everything is there. So that's our little hub. That's our spot, our kick it spot, low key, the dropshot.com. Make it your fucking homepage. Do it now. All right. That's it, boys and girls. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. We'll see you in cheater-free Verdansk. Or something. Have an excellent evening, of course. As always, remember, stay humble.
Stay humble.